Hansel and Gretel. After 3 years of great crops, Hansel and Gretel's family had no food left but some moldy potatoes. Their father grew wheat, and their stepmother grew thin and sharp. Gretel was so young that she did not even remember the good time. One morning, father called the children. "Come with me for a walk in the woods," he said. Gretel happily followed, but Hansel caught a glimpse of his stepmother's face watching from the window. He got a very bad feeling. "Where are we going?" Hansel asked as father led them deeper into the forest. Said father, secretly squeezing a small crust of bread into Hansel's hand. "This is our last bit of bread," he whispered. Hansel wanted to gobble it down, but he could feel that something was wrong. Though his mouth watered, he decided to tear the bread into crumbs and drop them as he walked. He marked a path a tree headed deeper into the forest. Finally, father stopped, his voice shaking. "We don't have enough to feed you more," he said. "There's a village not far away where you can go." With that, he vanished between the trees. Gretel cried out and chased him, but soon fell behind. "Look, I made a path," Hansel said, pointing to the breadcrumbs. His sisters sniffed bravely as they turned toward home. "You didn't make a very good path," Gretel frowned. Hansel thought he'd dropped enough crumbs, but he kept losing the way. Then he saw a sparrow swoop down, grab a crumb and fly off. They could not find the path. "Birds ate your crumbs. We lost. Gretel cried. Hansel tried to stay calm, but the forest was growing gloomy. "Let's try to find that village," he said. They walked for a long time. Hansel was almost sure father had lied to them, when suddenly he spotted a clearing ahead. In the middle was the most remarkable thing, a cottage made entirely of wheat. The children stamped toward it, their stomachs grumbling with hunger. Gretel took a chocolate shingle. The sweetness of a frosting icicle almost made Hansel dizzy. They didn't hear the door swing open. "Do I hear little mouse nibbling in on my house?" a sweet voice said. It was a tiny old woman with cloudy eyes calling to them. "Please come in," she offered. Hansel and Gretel happily to follow her inside. The old woman blindly felt her way around the house as she brought heaping plates of gingerbread, cake, and pie. When the children were fairly full, she pulled a box off her shelf. "I don't have many toys, but I do have these old things." The sight of his first feast, he and his sister played with the gravestones. The warm fire made them sleepy, and soon they fell onto the woman's soft feather bed. Breakfast was roast, strawberries and piles of whipped cream. When they were finished, the woman said, "My eyesight isn't so good anymore. Would you mind doing a few chores for me?" The children agreed at once. The woman handed Gretel a broom. Then she pointed to the broken glass of high window. "Maybe you can reach it from that bird's cage," she suggested. A huge empty bird cage hung from the ceiling near the window. Hansel climbed onto a table and put himself inside. He heard a click as the cage door swung shut behind him. Gretel did not see the cage door shut, but she heard the click. She also saw a wicked smile flash across the old woman's face. "What happened?" she asked. "Get back to work." The woman snarled. "Isn't it comfortable up there?" the woman called at Hansel. "Have some more cakes. You're thin now, but you'll fatten up soon." Gretel shuddered, but she was too scared to object. "Can I do anything else?" she asked with false cheer. "Oh, there's plenty," the woman hissed, bringing out a filthy mopped bucket and rag. Gretel washed, scrubbed, and swept for days, always keeping an eye on the old woman. Every day the woman shoved more cheats into Hansel's crate. Every day she pinched his arms. Over time, Hansel began to grow soft. The woman smiled in a way that made Gretel feel ill. Gretel felt helpless, but one evening she got an idea. While sweeping, she found a chicken bone. She tossed the bone into Hansel's cage. "When she tries to grab your arm, give her this instead," she whispered. Then on, when the woman reached for Hansel's arm, she pinched the bone. "Why aren't you getting fat?" she demanded. The old woman finally grew frustrated. "I'm not waiting any longer. Girl, fill that big pot with water and build a fire," she ordered. Gretel began to tremble, but she did as she was told. When the water was hot, the woman went to Hansel's cage. She had to stand on a chair to open the door. It was Gretel's turn. With all her strength, she swung her broom at the cage, knocking it from its hook. As the cage and Hansel came crashing down, the woman stumbled backwards and fell. Hansel swam free. The woman slowly pulled herself up, but Hansel and Gretel rushed at her together. They shoved her into the cage and slammed the door. "You wicked children, let me out!" she screamed. Hansel snatched the treasure chest. Together, the children fled into the forest. They ran until they were exhausted. They were right where they started, lost in the woods. Gretel somehow felt stronger and less afraid than before. They decided to walk on, hoping to find a village. Suddenly, Gretel heard a distant voice calling their name. Still afraid, the children hid in the underbrush. As the voice came closer, it began to sound more familiar. Just before the search came into view, Gretel realized who it was. "Father!" she cried, leaping into his arms. His eyes were red and from crying. "My children!" she shouted. "I'm so sorry for what I did. I sent your stepmother away, and I've been looking for you ever since." Then his happy smile fell. I still have no food for you," he sighed. We can buy all the food we want," Hansel announced, pulling the treasure chest from his coat. The laughter echoed through the forest. Together they headed toward home.